Okay, good afternoon. Welcome to the Sports Talk with Kerry Wehmeyer show for Thursday, April 1st. We're going to be going over today's news headlines here on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. So once again, thanks for joining us here. We will send out a video link, which will be the StreamYard link. So you'll be able to come in via that link, and you can video chat with us or chat in the regular chat room. So whatever you prefer, that's fine with me. So we'll go ahead and send those links out to you. And I'll send it out to Facebook. And we'll see if we can. Okay, once again, everything's set up. So we will, all three links, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. Let's go over, let's preview the Pelicans. Pelicans will take on the Magic tonight. That game will be here on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. We'll be on the air at 7 o'clock. We'll have post-game coverage immediately following tonight's ball game. Once again, Pelicans can extend their winning streak to 5 games if they can win this game tonight against the Orlando Magic. So once again, this is a very critical time for the Pelicans because look, the Pelicans right now, look, they got to get better. I mean, it's just a common denominator when you ask me common denominator situation. So let's go ahead and preview Pelicans versus the Magic. So I'm going to go ahead and give you that preview as we go. So I'm going to put that up on the screen and we'll preview it. Okay, we are previewing the Pelicans versus Orlando Magic. If you want to talk about the game tonight, you can chime in through the Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter chat rooms, or if you want a video chat about it, that's fine. Okay, the Pelicans coming into this game allowing 108.8 points a game. That's in the past 5 games. Also, which 7 points a game less than their seasonal average. That's what's happening. Their last meeting, Pelicans defeated Orlando, lost to Orlando 133, 127, 133, 127. That was in the last meeting. That was in August 13th of last year. So that was key factors tonight. Let's give you those key factors. Magic lost 13 of their last 15 games before a fourth quarter comeback, producing a 103-96 game against the Clippers on Tuesday, ending Los Angeles 6-game losing streak. It's all about wins. Wendell Carter Jr., he's a new acquisition with the Orlando Magic. Chimmer Kiki, who leads the Magic with 18 points. Also, smart off the court, on and off the court. So I look at it this way. This is going to be a very pivotal situation for the Pelicans. Look, if they can get a win tonight and a win tomorrow night, that can help them get back to the 500 mark. Hopefully, because they don't want to be a sub 500 basketball team and going into the month of April and May, last couple of weeks of the 2021 season. So I'll be on 20 and 21 season. So I look at it this way. They got to get something going, because if you can get to that the play-in game, that would help us in the long run. But to be honest with you, right now, I don't think we should be worrying about getting into the playoff right now. We should worry about getting wins and and how we can improve. So that's what we have to do. So let's give you some more details on this game. So I'm going to give you some more breakdown details. I'll give you that in a second. Okay, let's go through the quick cap on both teams. Okay, Orlando's offense averaging 104 points a game. They're ranked 29th. Pelicans defense 25th, giving up 114 points a game. Shooting aspects, the Orlando Magic shooting 43%. That's 30th in the league, and also the Pelicans 23rd in field goal defense. They're giving up 47.1%. Now on 3-point shooting, Orlando's ranked 21st with 35.7 3-point shots. That's percentage wise. And also the Pelicans are ranked 29th, giving up 39.0 3-point percentages in their game. Now free throws, Orlando's at 14th with 78.2. The Pelicans on defense gives up 80.5. They're ranked 29th. Now the rebounding aspects in games, Pelicans are ranked first with 40 with 40 rebounds, and Orlando's ranked third on offense with 46.4 rebounds. Now the Pelicans offense. Pelicans are ranked 5th in points per game with 115.5. Orlando's defense gets up 110.6. They're ranked 10th. Also, Pelicans are ranked 4th in field goal percentages with 48%. Orlando's defense ranked 15th in field goal percentages with 46.6. Now, 3-point percentages on defense for Orlando, they're ranked 14th, giving up 36.4. Pelicans are ranked 20th in the league, giving up 35.9. Now, on free throw attempts, Pelicans are ranked 29th. They're not good on the free throw line, 73%. They're next to last in the league. Orlando's ranked 19th with 78.1. That is 19th in the league. Now, the rebounding aspects for the Pels, offensively, they're ranked 4th with 46.3. And Orlando 23rd with 46.2. So that is your breakdown when it comes down to the game versus the both teams. So I look at it this way. Look, Pelicans are ranked 4th in offensive rebound. They're good on offensive rebounds. Now, on defensive rebounds, they're kind of on those rebounds a game, they're ranked first. So they're ranked in the top 5 when it comes down to it. So that's on total rebounds a game for both teams. Now their offensive defensive rebounds, the Pelicans are so they're ranked 4th and ranked first. So that is a comparison right there. And when you look at Orlando and the New Orleans Pelicans, when it comes down to it. Now let's give you the some breakdowns on them. Let's go over to the so we'll give you these numbers. Okay, in total points per game, they average 104. Now, defensively, the Pelicans are at 114. Now, in the first quarter, this is what we're going to break down. First quarter, the Orlando Magic averages 25.7 points. In the first quarter, the Pelicans give up 28.1 points. Now, in the second quarter, Orlando's averaging 25.1 points on offense and defense. The Pelicans are ranked giving up 29.6. That's close to 30 points a game on the defensive side of the basketball for the Pels. Now, this is quarter by quarter. The Orlando Magic's ranked, they're giving up 27.1 points a game. No, they're averaging 27.1, excuse me. Also, the defense giving up 28.8 points a game. Now, for Orlando in the fourth quarter, they're scoring 26.1. The Pelicans are at 27.8 points a game. So that's how you're going to break them down when it comes down to it for their games. So that's the edges that goes versus those edges. Now, field goals. Let's give you. We gave you the 3-point field goals. We gave you the free throws and stuff like that. Now, offensive rebounds. Let's go through the offensive rebounds for both teams. Offensive rebounds. The Pelicans are averaging 11.5. So they're getting 11.5 offensive rebounds in the game. Now, Orlando's at 10. So Orlando gets 10. Now, the defense would get 31. So they would get 31 defensive rebounds in the game. So 31 defensive rebounds for the Pels, and also 37 for the Magic. So 37 for the Magic on defense. Now, that's how we break them down. Now, the turnovers. Orlando's averaging 13.1. The Pels are averaging 14.1. So that is a difference between both teams when it comes down to it. So we'll go through all the okay, let's go through all the betting trends. Orlando Magic 5-0 in the under in the last 5 games at the road underdog, 4-0 in the last 4 games. That's on the road with a team with a home winning record. Orlando's also 5-0 in their last 5 road games. So that was in the road games. Also, Orlando's 4-0 ATS in their last 4 overall. Now, Orlando is also 4-0 in their last 4 games when opponents score 100 points or more in previous games. So that's how they break it down. So we'll give you the Pelicans. Now, the Pelicans in the over is 7-0 in the last 7 games with a winning team below 400. Now, the Pelicans been 1-6 in their last 7 with a team with a winning percentage record of below 400. So that's kind of not the conundrums when it comes down to it. Now, the Pelicans also are 4-1 their last 5 overall. Also, Pelicans in their last 5 allowing 100 points in previous games. After allowing 100 points. Now, the Pelicans also in the last 5 games with teams with straight up wins, they're now 4-1. So that's how we break it down when it comes down to it. So this is a versus. Now, versus Orlando is 4-0 in their last 4 meetings. Also 4-1 in their last 5 in New Orleans. Also 13-4 in their last 17 in New Orleans, and also 23-9 in their last 32 meetings. So that's their last 32 meetings for the Orlando Magic. So that's your in-depth trends when it comes down to it. For the now we'll go through the over and under trends. Let's give you the over and under on the Orlando Magic. So Orlando Magic. So we'll break it down for you. And the under there, once again, 5-0. So we just broke those down. On Thursday night, this is what we're going to be showing you. Thursday night, they're 5-1 in Thursday night games. Now, also, they're also 5-1 in their last 6 on 1 day of rest. They're 22-8-2 in their last 32 following straight up wins. Now they're 8-3 in their last 11 with a losing straight up record. Also, let's see, they're also 5-2 in their last 7 following a ATS win. Also, they're 7-3 in their last 10 overall, and also 7-3 in their last 10 as an underdog. Now, in the head-to-head trends, under is 23-9 last 32. 17 is 13-4. Also, 4-1 in the ATS in their last 5 in New Orleans, and also 4-0 in their last 4 meetings. So that's how we break it down. That's the situation with the Pels and the Orlando Magic. So that's going to be a pretty good game right there when it comes down to it. So it will be a good game. But the Pels have to don't continue to throw the ball away on possessions, because if we throw the ball away on possessions, guess what? We will give those possessions up, and the other team will benefit from those possessions. So we have to be more courteous when it comes down to possessions like that. Not throw the basketball away and get 10 turnovers and just waste your possession. So those possessions are critical. Those first, second, third, fourth possessions are absolutely critical for the Pelicans tonight if they're going to win the game. Now, points off of turnovers. I'm going to say this again and again and again until people understand. If you give up points off of turnovers, when you turn the ball over, you're losing the game 9 times out of 10. That's just not what I'm saying. It's facts, folks. It's absolute facts. It's not made up, sit there, just make up stuff and as you go. No. When you give up points off of turnovers, you're not going to win the game. Your defense has to get points off of turnovers. Don't waste them on your points off of turnovers on offense. Get them on defense. That's what we have to do tonight, is get the points off of turnovers on defense. Now, the shooting. Look, I don't want to see Brandon Ingram or Nico Nickel Walker making crazy shots. I want them to just get in that paint and just knock those shots down. Just absolutely knock them down. I don't want to see no air balls all night long and continuously shooting wild shots. I want them to just take their time and just get their shots off. If they have to hit a 3, we can hit the 3. That'll be fine. But if we continue to shoot crazy shots and just for the fun of it, no, we're gonna lose. So Orlando Magic, look, they're gonna come in with their players, and they're gonna come in and they're gonna get some shots off. That's it. I mean, that's plain and simple. They got to you got to control the game. You got to have some pace. Now, this is another stuff we don't do as often as we do. It's pace. We have to have our pace. I mean, that's what we have to do. We have to play our game fast. Don't sit there and continue to allow teams dictate your pace. You have to have your pace during the possessions and off the possessions. So that is what I say right here is pace, points off of turnovers, not allowed on offense. Get them on defense. That's what we have to do. I mean, look, because points off of turnovers is beneficial. Now the points in the paint. This is another situation. We got to continue to get in that paint, time and time again. I know Zion can do it. I know Nickel Walker can do it. I know can do it, but you have to force the issues when it comes down to it in these games. If you're going to win this game, because look, Orlando, look, they can benefit if you even think about. I mean, just like them. See, like on defense, when they get on offense, you got to get some stops. You got to get some critical stops in this game tonight, because if you don't get critical stops, they're going to take advantage and just keep knocking shots down again and again and again and again. So it's important that we So let's give you their I'm gonna go ahead and give you their players, their leading scores. I'm gonna give you their leading scores in just a second. I'm gonna pull up their leading scores for the Orlando Magic. I'm trying to see if I can grab it. Let's see. Okay. Trying to grab it. So let's go over to the Orlando Magic's team. I'm gonna go over some numbers. Let me get the numbers up on the screen so we go over their team players. I'm gonna give you their players. So let me see if I can pull those players up. I don't know if I can get them. Let's see if I get some stats on them. The Orlando Magic. Let's see if I get some stats. Trying to see if I can pull them. Go right to the Orlando Magic stats. Can we get them up on the screen? Okay, your leading scores for the Orlando Magic is let's see. Ross, he has 15 points. He's shooting 41%. He's also a 35% 3-point shooter. That's a good 3-point shooter. Let's see. Fultz, he's also averaging 12 points a game. He's shooting 39%, but he's not a good 3-point shooter. Now, Anthony is a 37% field goal shooter. He's also a 32%. Now, Wendell Carter, this is the new addition with the Orlando Magic. He's averaging 52 points a game. He's also shooting 37% from the 3-point shot. So he's a definite guy that we have to be careful of, because they're going to knock down some shots. They're going to use their bigs when it comes down to it. So Fultz is out for the season. That guy is out for the season, so he's not going to be playing. So that is and then they got Otis Porter, the newest addition. It's another guy. He's getting some minutes as well for the Orlando Magic. So their guy is going to be Ross, Anthony, Ross. Let's see, Ross, Carter, Bacon. Let's see. Okiki. He's averaging only 6 points a game. So that's their main guys right there. That's going to be playing for the Orlando Magic. So that's in their games. Now their stats. Their last their last 10 games, they did play the LA Clippers. They won 106-103. They won by 11. So their stats showing a lot of. So their stats right here are on the screen. So right now Orlando is 16-31 coming into this game. Now the Pelicans, like I said, they're also, if they can cover this game, I think they'll most likely can. So that is what we're talking about. So once again, we just broke down the Orlando Magic and New Orleans Pelicans. That'll be later on this evening. So let's go over some news. Once again, spring opening day, Major League Baseball. So we'll go over some scores. So let's do that. For opening day 2021. Okay, opening day. So we'll give you the updates on baseball action going on in the major leagues. A lot of games going on today to open up the 2021 MLB season. I don't know why we can't. Okay, let's give you an update on those games going on. Tigers and Indians, top of the third. It's 3-0. So 3-0. Tigers on top. So we'll give you an update on those games going on. That is the first games of the afternoon hours. Okay, it is Yankees on top 2-1. That's in the top of the third. So Yankees on top 2-1. Garrett Cole, 2 innings of work. He gave up an earned run, 3 hits, 4 strikeouts, and no walks. So 4 strikeouts and no walks for the New York Yankees. Also at 1:10 Central Time, the Brewers will take on the Twins. The Cubs will take on the Pirates. Out at Wrigley Field. Also, the Phillies will take on the Atlanta Braves. The Padres will take on the Arizona D-backs. The Dodgers will take on the Rockies. Clayton Kershaw will go to the mound for the LA Dodgers. St. Louis will take on the Cincinnati Reds. Also at 3:10 Central Time will be Miami taking on Tampa Bay. They'll be out in Miami. Kansas City will take on Texas. That'll be at 3:10 tonight. Also at 9 o'clock Central Time, the Angels will take on the White Sox out on the West Coast. The A's will take on the Astros. That'll be out at the 9 o'clock hour. And also San Francisco taking on the Seattle Mariners. So San Francisco and the Seattle Mariners will play. That'll be in Major League Baseball today. So once again, 2-1 is your score. Let's go over some. Okay, the NCAA president Mark Emmert meets with men's basketball players about national national letter intent and also other issues. So I think, to be honest with you, I think they're covering their butts, the NCAA, because look, if the Supreme Court comes down with that ruling saying that that they have to do something, that the NCAA has to start paying those college athletes, it's gonna be a big situation with them. It's gonna be a problem. So he is meeting with men's basketball players and also talking about national letter of intent, which is every year. So I think it's a good start for them. Okay, North Carolina head coach Roy Williams. Let me see if I got it on the screen. Roy Williams retires after 33 years. So it looks like he is no longer. He's going to retire. So they're going to be looking for a new head coach for the North Carolina Tar Heels. Yeah, because I'll be honest with you, it's been a very weird year for North Carolina in general. So looks like it's a perfect time for Roy Williams to just hang it up because North Carolina, look, if they can find him, they'll find him a good coach. That could be a very good successor for Roy Williams. So I think it's probably going to happen. So they're going to be looking for that new head coach. Because, look, North Carolina hasn't, like I said, hasn't fell off the map in years. Now they're in a volatile situation when it comes down to it. So Roy Williams went 40. We had 485 wins, 163 losses. He had national titles back in 05, 09, and 2017. He also coached with the Kansas Jayhawks for 15 seasons. They took them to the Final Four. So Kansas so at Kansas he won 418 games and lost 101. He did take Kansas to the Final Four, no national titles. Also, but North Carolina, he did have 3 national titles and 5 Final Four appearances. So, also Duke chiming in about Coach Roy Williams, former. He's going to be retiring. So, good luck in his endeavors. Okay, Nats. Let's see. Let me see if it goes through. Okay, Washington Washington Nationals and Mets game has been postponed due to COVID-19. So they had some players that came down with the COVID. So and they also have players that's going to be in quarantine. So that game will not happen. The next game will be between the two teams on Saturday at 4:05. Eastern, 3:05 Central in the Central Time Zone. Okay, let's put this in. Okay, General Manager Jason Lick says Tom Brady progressing very well from knee surgery. So it looks like I think that's a positive for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. He went through that off-season knee surgery. Also, it was a minor surgical procedure, so it will not affect his playing abilities. So that's good news for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Once again, this is from ESPN. Go to ESPN.com. Okay, what else we have? Okay, sources, Texas Longhorns expected to hire Texas Tech coach Chris Beard as their new head coach. So it looks like he is moving over from Texas Tech to Texas. So he will buyout will go into another for another Big 12 school. So it looks like he's going over to their rival Texas. So that's probably going to happen immediately. So looks like he will make nearly $5 million. So that's probably going to be, I know it's going to be a lot of Red Raider fans are going to be pissed off about him leaving, going over to their rival school, Texas, but that's most likely going to happen down the line. So once again, this is from ESPN. Go to ESPN.com. So let's see what else we have. Okay, survey 80s said compensating athletes would make it harder to comply with Title IX rules. Like, I think, to be honest with you, look, sure, they have to follow some of the federal guidelines regarding Title IX. That is a federal law. I mean, look, if they do pay these athletes, look, I know they're gonna say, "Oh, they're amateurs and all that." No, look, these athletes, look, they bust their ass 9 times out of 10, also getting hurt for these schools. These schools are making money off of these kids, plain and simple. I mean, they have to have a plan or something like that in order to compensate these young people. Because look, what they're doing out there is not something that people could do day in and day out. I mean, they're out there, they have to practice, they have to get in the weight room and all that stuff like that, just work out. I mean, sure. I mean, a lot of people's going to say, well, they're getting free rides and all that. No. I mean, half of these guys and girls are not getting free rides. They're busting their asses just to earn their scholarship. They're not there to just get it for free like people think they do, because they don't. I mean, look, I'm for these athletes getting paid, because look, these athletes they do a lot for these fans to bring fans and give the universities and the athletic departments a huge payday. I mean, look, they're gonna keep persuading and saying these things, but the truth of the matter is, look, the writing is on the wall. So once again, this is from ESPN. Go to ESPN.com. Okay, Oklahoma State star Cade Cunningham entering the 2021 draft, so he is not going to be around for his looks like he is going to be going over to the NBA draft. He will looks like he's going to be a top draft prospect. He was the top freshman in the Big 12, averaging 20 points a game. So that's probably going to most likely going to his draft stock most likely will increase. Hopefully it because he's ranked number 1 overall. So if he gets drafted, I'm pretty sure they're going to draft him maybe in the first round, maybe in the second round. So once again, this is from ESPN. Go to ESPN.com. Okay, more video review among potential NFL rule changes. So it looks like that's going to happen down the line when it comes down to it. Okay, elimination of overtime playoff games, allowing the maximum of 9 players in the set zone, the 15-yard area behind the restricted line during the kickoff return. Also, significant restrictions on blocking below the waist. So it looks like that blocking below the waist will be looked at as well, prohibiting playoff teams from signing players who is being cut by teams when their season's complete. That's another topic that's going to be at the NFL meetings. Also requiring teams to report tryouts or visits to the league office. That's probably going to happen. Also, a proposal from the Baltimore Ravens to add 8 official that would access TV replays. So it looks like that's going to happen. So they're going to be adding an 8th official. Also, revamping overtime from the Eagles and Ravens games that will require a coin toss. Also, choose one of the 2 options where to spot the ball and what team will get the first possession. That's probably going to happen. Also, another overtime option would be truly 7 depth. That's probably going to most likely will happen. That's going to create a 7 depth situation. Also, let's see, rule change that from the Los Angeles Rams that would oppose a loss down a second forward pass beyond the line. So it looks like that's another. And also requiring required for Kansas to relax the rules on uniform numbers. So that's probably all. That's most likely going to be the new changes that's going to happen for the 2021 season. So once again, this is from ESPN. Go to ESPN.com. And let's see. We'll see what's happening on. Let's go over to SB Nation. Let's see what's happening on SB Nation. I'll give you. I'll go over to the SB Nation side. Okay. Okay. MLB predicting 7 big questions. That's what they're discussing. This is one of them. Give us 1 bold prediction this season. That's what they're saying. Give us 1 bold prediction. Also, number 2, Dodgers or the field. That's what they're probably saying. That's the reporters that's talking about it. Also, who will win the MVP for each league? So let's what they're discussing right there with the MVP. What team would be the big surprise in 2021? Some of them saying the Angels, one of them saying the Blue Jays, one of them saying the Rays, and another saying the White Sox. That's Ashley saying the White Sox most likely would be a big surprise. Which team will be the biggest disappointment? They say Blue Jays. Astros. I'm pretty sure that most likely will be the Astros. And Sarah saying the Yankees. Now Chris is saying the Blue Jays, and then Ashley is saying the Blue Jays as well. Also, which player will lead the majors in home runs? One of them says Pete Alonso, Aaron Judge, Mike Trout, Ryan Acuna, and Mike Trout. Also, what is your World Series predictions? One of them says Dodgers and Yankees. Another says Padres and Yankees. And another says that's Sarah saying Padres and White Sox. Also, Dodgers and Yankees. Padres and Rays. So that is 7 burning questions that's going into the new 2021 season. It's from SBNation.com. Okay, final 4 teams in the men's tournament rank. Let's give you those. Okay, the UCLA Bruins, number 4, 11 C's. So they're coming at number 4, the UCLA Bruins. Number 3, the Houston Cougars. They're the number 2 seed. Also, the Baylor Bears will be the number 1 seed. And also the Gonzaga Bulldogs will be the number 1 seed as well. So that's a pretty good rankings when it comes down to those teams playing in the Final Four this weekend. So once again, this is from SB Nation. Go to SBNation.com. That's SBNation.com. And we'll go over some more information. Okay, this is from behind the steel curtain. Pittsburgh Steelers potentially interested in trading for Sam Darnold. So it looks like they're going to be trading one of their players to get Sam Darnold to play for the Pittsburgh Steelers. But I'll be honest with you. I think, to tell you the truth, I don't think, I think, like I said, Ben Roethlisberger will be the starting quarterback. He is not going to come in and take Ben Roethlisberger's job. That's not going to happen. So if they can get a second quarterback to back up Roethlisberger, that will be the key for the Pittsburgh Steelers. So this is from Behind the Steel Curtain. Follow them at Behind the Steel Curtain. Okay, this is a game recap from Nets Daily. Kyrie Irving scores 31 points as the Nets took over first place and won 120-108. So he did score 31 points last night against the Houston. That it was last night's game. So he did score those points. He did have 12 assists. That was against the Rockets last night. Harden played 27 minutes. He had no fourth quarter action. Brooklyn trailed by 18. They went on a 19-2 run in the final minutes. Joe Harris finished with 28 points. He shot 7 of 12. Also, first half was a dull run in the first quarter, and also second half was outstanding. Blake Griffin gave gave the Nets some good minutes. He had 11 points. He also had 6 rebounds. He also that was in 22 minutes of play. So that break Reverend playing. So that was in the game. So this is they did shoot 47% from the field. They struggled from the 3-point line. That was only 22.5%. Irvin had let's see. This was the Irvin in the final 12 minutes with a crushing blow as the team ruled out Harden. So it looks like suddenly, so that's what happened. Now the film room, the Nets was dead in the water. DeAndre Jordan's performance in Brooklyn was aggressive defense, uninspiring Blake Griffin. So that what happened. So that's kind of what they did. So once again, this is from Nets Daily. Follow them at Nets Daily. That's with the Brooklyn Nets. So Brooklyn Nets did win the game 120-108. See what else we have. Looks like not much there. Okay, this was from SB Nation. Follow them at sbnation.com. That's sbnation.com. So let's see what else we can. So we'll wrap this up. We'll go ahead and wrap this up in a few minutes. Okay, let's go over some Twitters. And then we'll wrap it up. Okay. So let's scroll through the Twitters. Okay. Once again, this is from Circa, Las Vegas. Major League Baseball opening day. So a lot of people watching the first pitch of the of those games that's happening at noon and 1 o'clock and stuff like that. So that's from Circa. Follow them at Circa Las Vegas. That's Circa Las Vegas. So that's a live. That's a picture. That's a video from the Circa. Okay, this is from Saints News Network. Tristan Eggleston. Looks like this talks about the we extended our most profound and sincere condolences to the Eggleston and Neville and families on the loss of Tristan Eggleston. Once again, he died. So that's from the Saints News Network. Follow them at Saints News Network. Okay, we'll see what else we have before we wrap up today. Okay. Okay, let's put this in. This is from Bet Unwrap. Follow them at Bet Unwrap. That's with Unwrap Sports Network. Their baseball picks: St. Louis and Cincinnati. That's under 7.5. Miami and Tampa Bay's under 7.5. So once again, follow them at Bets Unwrapped. That's part of the Unwrapped Sports Network. That's on multiple platforms. Let's see what else we have. I'm trying to scroll and see what else. Okay. Okay, this is from Boxing Scene. Follow them at boxingscene.com. Jermaine Franklin will take on Steven Shaw. That'll be in the ring. So that'll be set for April 22nd. So once again, you can follow Boxing Scene at boxingscene.com. That's boxingscene.com. Okay, what else we have? Before we wrap it up. I talked about that. Okay, this is best NBA players according to Raptor. Let's see if I can put that in there. Best NBA players according to the Raptors. So let me go ahead and put that in. Okay, this is the best NBA players according to Raptor. These are the this is the Raptor Wars. So they got Luka Doncic with 6.8. Rudy Gobert with 7.2. He's ranked third. Also, Kawhi Leonard with 7.6. He's ranked second. So I would say it would be Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi Leonard, and I would say Kawhi Leonard. Also, the best would be Rudy. Nikola Jokic. So Nikola Jokic will be the best player. So that's in the Raptors war. Now, total Raptor would be once again Jokic. He's in first. Also, defensive ranking, I would say one of their best players would most likely would be Rudy Gobert. So Rudy Gobert would be one of their defensive Raptors. Also, so there's once again, these are your offensive Raptor ratings. Kawhi Leonard comes in pretty well. Kawhi Leonard, Rudy Gobert, Fred VanVleet, Luka Doncic, also Steph Curry, Giannis, also Joe Embiid. So that's your offensive Raptors top. So let's go through the so that's once again, this is from 538 Sports. Follow them at 538. This was updated on at 7:37. So your best Raptor. Once again, we'll recap it. Nikola Jokic is your Raptor. Raptor. Also, your total Raptor would be Jokic, and also Nikola Jokic. That's going to be the offensive Raptor, and your main one would defensive Raptor would be Rudy Gobert with the Utah Jazz. So that is your that is your Raptors for today. We'll wrap this up. Okay, once again, thanks for joining us for this edition of Sports Talk with Kerry Wehmeyer Show. We'll be back later on with the Pelicans versus Orlando Magic game. That will be at 7 o'clock. So we will have play-by-play coverage of that game. Also, post-game analysis from Stan Van Gundy. So they'll be after tonight's game. So you can come in and join us. If you, like I said, we will have game audio coverage from once again Bailey Sports Network. We'll have that in the game. So if you want to come in, if you're watching the game wherever you may be, you can come in and video chat with us. That's fine. Also, if you want to or chat, that's fine. So we will see you later on for that. Also, we'll be back tomorrow for Sports Talk. Whether it's day, night, we'll probably, if we do it at late at night, we'll most likely do it late at night after tomorrow's night's game against the Atlanta Hawks. So, everybody, once again, thanks for joining us, and we'll see y'all later.